That scallywag's been a thorn in my side since he joined us. If not for his nimbleness and ability to crawl into small spaces, he'd be swimming with the fishes long ago. He nearly ruined our heist at the downtown bank when he gave an elderly woman a good slap of his sandal. He infuriated our hostages and turned them all against us. If it weren't for Muggsy's intimidating scowl and unnerving facial deformities, we would have been swarmed by their numbers. His peace offering afterward of a briar rose wine was the only thing keeping him from a pair of cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Well, things took a turn for the worse for this wily little weasel a week ago. Since the chief of police is on our payroll, we get little jobs done for him here and there, keep the police off our backs. Arco's our go-between. Because of his beaming smile and unoffending Asian hair, just makes sense. He came back to us with a job from the chief, one that he said he couldn't let us do. I was ready to turn him into Swiss cheese right then and there with my Chicago typewriter. Disrespect me like that. I mean me, the big cheese, taking orders from this little caper. He then threw the letter on my table and I read it. We were supposed to loot an Indian burial ground of all the artifacts. Apparently, the chief was looking to sell them to a black market buyer. Some shady character passing through next month. I gotta say, freaked me out a bit. It's understandable why this little bear cat would be so reluctant. We was about to do the job, and Arco was sweating like a pig on his way to the slaughterhouse. He explains to us that his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather on his mother's side was a Potawatomi chief, and he couldn't insult his proud ancestry and the suffering of his people. And I thought, isn't this cat Asian? What's he doing with all this Native American jazz? No matter, we're doing this job anyway, or we lose out on our sweet deal with the PD. The whole week he's been acting weird, saying he feels his ancestors all around him, saying that his time has come, whatever that means. We're doing this, no matter what. We ain't sissies or chumps. When we got to the graveyard, he ain't nowhere to be found, even though we thought we were all in this together. When we get to the graveyard, we see something that nobody expected to see. It was Arco, swinging from a tree. The young lad had hung himself. He couldn't take the disrespect to his ancestors, I think. When we get closer, we see he's covered head to toe in Boston baked beans. Because his other great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was Benjamin Franklin. And that day I learned that sometimes, in order to make things right, you gotta make things very, very wrong.